For our secondary research, we looked at different news articles that had been published just to see the full impact and the full coverage that this particular story got. The first article we looked at was published by the New York Times, and it is titled "Sexual Abuse at Choate Went On for Decades." The school acknowledges it really just dives into detail about different sexual misconduct cases that teachers had engaged in, the different ways that they had acted inappropriately towards students, and just how far it had gone back. It wasn't just one recent event. There had been decades of teachers acting inappropriately towards students. The second article we looked at was titled "At Choate, Decades of I'd Rather Let It Go at That." This kind of follows along in the same footsteps as the first. This one is also published by the New York Times, and it kind of covers different instances of examples of ways teachers had acted inappropriately towards students, and the repercussions that had come from that, which in most cases there were no repercussions. Either teachers were asked to leave, but they were given letters of recommendation, or teachers were just allowed to stay. And in one case, a girl was sexually assaulted, or there was misconduct, and the teacher was allowed to stay there for another 10 years. So we really just wanted to see the ways that the news reported it, and just kind of dive into more specific examples. Another article we looked at was by the Boston Globe titled "Private Schools, Painful Secrets," and this one was more of a broad article that covered not just Choate Rosemary Hall, but also various other schools in the Northeast that had sexual misconduct cases as well. They tried to explain it a little bit, saying that these private schools, since a lot of the kids were away from their families and lived in the dorms, it gave teachers more opportunity to engage in these sexual misconduct, gave them more opportunity to be in close proximity with the students, and really just gave them ease of access. And it really just showed that this wasn't an isolated event just at Choate Rosemary Hall, but it also permeated through multiple schools up in the Northeast.